My name is Emmaus, and I came to the monastery in 2010. Before that, I worked and lived in the United States. And before that again, I studied in Art College in Dublin, in NCAD. And that gave me the skills to work as a designer and illustrator. And it wasn't until I joined the monastery really that I started to paint like this. So in many respects, the painting was a manifestation of the nature or the character of how I would live in a monastery, or how I would seek to respond to the monastic life under the rule of Saint Benedict. And that's how I've been living here. It's led to study and various other works and engagements with the community because of that. So the principal work of all the monks in this monastery is the liturgy, as it is with all Benedictine monks. And within that, we also work in different areas throughout the monastery. So that includes, for people like myself, during formation especially, working in the sacristy, working with guests, working alongside other brothers at some stages, helping with the serving and the wash-up and even preparation of meals on occasion. And then each of us find a particular way to work within our own skill set, and that's something that's encouraged in a place like this especially. One of the characteristics, I guess, of this place is the amount of creative energy there is here. There's a lot of people involved in that field, not just with music, with cantors and musicians. We have got 2 organists, very accomplished organists, and we've got violinists. We've got one of the monks plays guitar even, and there's writers, poets, photographers, and among those there's still space for the rest of us to find our place within that field. And mine is painting, and I've been encouraged by the abbots here to pursue that and explore that as part of my monastic vocation. And it's brought me to engage an understanding, for example, of how to approach theology through art. It's been very fruitful for me, and something that I can, a mode of sharing with the community as well. That's evident, I think, in how people respond to the paintings, and how I can. How, as I say, I can explore both a sense of monastic vocation, but also a sense of what it is to explore Christian identity more deeply, and beyond categories or definitions of that are limited to words and ideas. It's a way of visually exploring these things, and exploring. Sometimes it's scripture, or one of the Psalms, or even an image that I've come across. And I have the space here to explore that in terms of a Christian response. So the images that emerge are really something like prayer itself. There's a way that they lead, and I simply follow. It's not really so much an artistic pursuit as a theological one. It's not so much that this is for me a mode of expression, as a mode of listening, of responding, of trying to understand why an image would emerge the way it does, and to pay attention to that. So in a way, the paintings become like an extension of Lectio Divina, of listening, of looking to understand what a pattern is trying to suggest, and how it leads me throughout the day in the monastery.